Okay, Daf Mem Ted Amud Aleph, 4 lines from the top, Gemara. The Mishnah mentioned that the animal that gored another animal by mistake, Yani, it was trying to aim for one animal and then it hit a person with hit the lady, the pregnant lady. The only reason why the animal owner is patur from paying the fetus is because the fetus of the human is because he tried to kill another ox. But if it sounds like that, if it did try to hit a woman and it caused her to miscarry, Mishalem Dmei Bado, the owner pays the fetus to the husband. Lema Tehevet Yufta de Rav Ada Bar Ahava. Maybe this is a stira against Rav Ada. Damar Rav Ada Bar Ahava. Shvarim Shenit Kavnu Ishav. Oxen tried to kill a woman and they caused her to miscarry. Piturim Midmei Bado Tipatur from the Vlad. So, how does that make sense? The Gemara says, don't make those implications. Even if it tried to hit the woman. So now, why did it have to mention a case where the ox tried to attack another ox? Why not say the bigger chidush, where even if she was the primary target? I did the Kabbalah Sefer because the second case wanted to mention Adam Shemet Kamin Haviro, where another person tried to hit another person, had the Hachik Krab against the Pasuk. Haktani Rishanami, so too over here regarding the oxen, Shor Shemet Kamin Haviro mentioned the uniform language like we had yesterday, that the ox tried to hit another ox. Marabapa, Shor Shnagachta Shifcha. If an ox gored a pregnant Shifcha Kananit, and the baby was miscarried, Mishlam the mother you pay for the offspring. My time, why? Because it's property. The ox, the shivcha is considered property. And therefore, the same way, if you had a pregnant donkey that you caused to miscarry, so it's the same thing. Stay here. Abraham told Eliezer, stay with the guy who's like a hamor, referring to Eliezer and Ishmael. They're considered like donkeys. Am Hadamel Hamor, the nation that's compared to the hamor. And we actually mentioned an Orchid and the Akaz on Yom Kippur. Yes, how you pay for the baby. Right? We went one opinion said that you pay based on how much was worth before and after, and we had machloket there. The maybe what do you mean the value of the baby? If you are paying the difference between the baby, the mother, before and after being pregnant, that's not the baby payment, that's the payment of the pregnancy. Where it says, how do you pay for the value of having a baby and having the appreciation of having a pregnant lady? You value how much she was worth pre and post partum. If that's the case where you pay the value of the lady, then you're paying more. More says, my kamar. We mentioned the Mishnah. What does that mean? Is the woman more valuable while she was pregnant than before? The woman's more valuable before she gives birth, not after. Sorry, the woman's more valuable after giving birth, not before she giving birth. Why? Because back then, especially, there's a very significant risk to a lady giving birth. Nowadays, that risk, Baruch Hashem, has been reduced significantly, but back then, it was a high percent chance of someone dying in childbirth. So therefore, therefore, we would just value the baby and that's it, not the woman. We also see elsewhere, same exact thing. Rava says different explanation. The Mishnah says it's trying to teach you as follows. Does a woman really gain value when she's giving birth? The end and she doesn't get anything for herself. The profit doesn't go to the husband. It only goes to the husband, not her. Rather, the value of the baby goes to the husband, and the appreciation in the woman gets split between husband and wife. Tanya Amar Rabbi Shimon does a woman really increase in value only when she gives birth? Same exact thing. Rather you do the damage of the lady by herself, and her pain. And you give the value of the baby to the husband. And the value of the baby, the appreciation of the baby, and the value of the baby that would have been born, you split between the husband and wife. So now the Gemara says, We have a stira between the two different opinions of Rashbag. Versus Lakasha. Kam bim barech bakeret. This is referring to a woman who has a bechor. Kam b'she'ena mevakeret. In the second case, is referring to a woman who's not carrying her before, meaning a woman who has not her first child, because a woman who already did it is less of a chance of dying in childbirth, while the lady has first time higher risk. Next, they say that the payment of the baby goes straight to the husband. My time out, why? Tanya. Mimash Shinamar from the Pasuk that already said the baby comes out. Obviously she's pregnant. Baby came out. Why does it mention that? Oh, she's pregnant. I was like, what? Of course she is. Teach you that the profit of the baby goes to the husband exclusively. V'Rashbag, what does he say? Hi haramai darishpe. What does he use that word hara for? Yeah, sorry. Maybe he needs it elsewhere. Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov Omer le'olam eno chayav, a person is not chayav for the baby that was miscarried. Ad sheyakana keneged bet harayon, unless he hits the woman directly in the place of the womb. Meaning, if he runs over her foot with a car and she miscarries from that, that is not his fault unless he hits her directly in the. Unless you hit the baby lady in the belly. Actually has the womb. Rather, if he hits her anywhere that has to do near the baby, I mean where the vital organs are next to the baby, anywhere on the belly. The law, which means only excluding the extremities, the hands and legs, which is not direct correlation to the baby. If the lady was a shifcha or she was a freed, a ger, you're patur because there's no husband. It makes sense where he hit her while she was alive with her husband, and then she was a convert. And the convert died. Because once he hit her while the ger was alive, the ger acquired her. Yani belonged to her, him. Once the ger died, the damager acquires it automatically from the ger. Let's say you hit the woman after the husband, the ger, passed away. She should acquire the baby for herself because she's literally the only heir to the baby. She's the only one left. Therefore, you should pay her, not nobody. Where it says, the master of this teaching, babies are not considered property. She can't just acquire the baby as if it's property. Where it says, the Torah gave special property of the woman's baby to the husband. And therefore there's no husband. She does not get the money from your wives. He cut one hit a pregnant woman and the baby was miscarried. He gave the damages and painted woman. And the baby goes to the husband. And the was no husband until you give it to his heirs. And Aisha is no woman, you give it to her heirs. If she was a woman who was freed, or she was a Geret, she gets it. Sorry, the damager gets it, and therefore patur. So we see it doesn't make a difference when the guy dies, he never gets it. When it says that Amri, is the Braita better than our Mishnah? Same, so they're saying it's not a stira, it's referring to the same exact case where the guy happened after the guy happened while he's alive, and the guy died. The guy is referring to where he hit her after the guy died. And how does that make sense? Because in the page B, the Mishnah says that she acquired the rights. Okay. Maybe the machloket regarding the baby is a machloket name. Tanya. But Israel if a woman, Jewish lady, was married to a ger and she became pregnant, and someone hit her while the husband was alive, the ger was alive, and she had a miscarriage. The baby money goes to the ger. The husband died. One said they're hayav, one says you're patur. My lab tonight, maybe it's referring to our machloket. whether or not it transfers after the death of the ger. Like the Rabban Rav Chisda, Gemara says, "L'Rabba vadai Tanai." Rabba, according to Rabba, yes, he agrees it's Machok Tanaim. Other Rav Chisda milema Tanai, but according to Rav Chisda, can he also say it as Machok Tanaim? Or maybe we could say Rav Chisda says that the whole thing's according to him. How? La kasha. Harabanan, Harabi Shmuel. We say no. The case of the damaged patur is according to Hachamim, who say that the husband has full rights of the baby, and if he's not there, then it doesn't go to anybody. However, in the second case, where he holds the guy's chayav, is according to Rashbag, who holds that it goes to the woman. Therefore, if he died, it goes to her. My age why does it make a difference if he died already? I feel even if he's alive, she gets half. So why you mention, oh, if he dies, she gets the full thing. Well, even if he's alive, she still gets half, not zero. Where it says true. If she gets hit while the husband's alive, she does get half. But if he dies completely, she gets full. Therefore, the Hidush is teaching you that she gets full payment after he does. Keep in mind the answer out of Rashbag. Really, both are according to Rashbag. But in the case where the damage is chayav, you're talking about where the baby, you're paying for the woman's price went up because she's not pregnant anymore. In the second case, talking about the actual baby itself. Amri, that's why patur. Amri, the Gemara says the Mishnah said that regarding the price of the woman that went up, it sounds like the baby itself, right? It doesn't sound like the lady. And therefore, technically, according to Rashbag, maybe the halacha should follow Chachamim, meaning, according to Rashbag, who says that they split it while the husband's alive, therefore, the woman should get the other half when the husband dies. So therefore, why would Rav Chisda make a difference between the baby, the mother, the appreciation of the mother before and after pregnancy? If there's a difference between machloket, if there's a clear machloket between Rashbag and Chachamim, you don't have to go to that side. Where it says Amri, la, no comparison. Shevach badot, regarding the lady who got now is no longer pregnant, the shaykha because she gets a benefit herself, meaning she gets also benefit by not being pregnant anymore because now she technically gets half payment according to Rashbag. She gets paid for half of the baby. Therefore, according to Rashbag, if he dies, she gets full because she already had a hand in it. The member regarding the baby itself, where she did not have anything to do with the baby, if the baby husband dies, she gets nothing. Masha Enken, the other opinion holds that it's never anything. By me, Rabbi Yaibaz, Rahman asks a question, a ger who died and someone took the documents. Mahu. Can you acquire the ger's IOU notes, for example? When the guy's taking documents, does that mean he's acquiring the land also? He wants to acquire the deed. But maybe he didn't actually touch the land. So therefore he didn't make a chazakah on it. Therefore he doesn't need to acquire a document. Because when he takes a document, he's not trying to acquire a document, he's trying to acquire the property. Or maybe it works and it is working through the shtar. The Gemara says, answer me, my master. Does the guy need a document to use it for the flask? Meaning, the guy obviously is picking up the paper to acquire the property. And he's not taking the paper to use it as a tissue. Yes, maybe he's using it to wrap it. Meaning, you can't prove that he's trying to acquire the land, and therefore, when he's trying to pick up the paper, he can't prove that he acquired the land. Next halacha. What about mashkono shel Yisrael biyad hagir? If a mashkon, a collateral, was in the hand of a Jew, in the hand of a ger, umet hager, the ger died. And the ger had no new relatives after he converted. It's hefker. So someone else grabbed this coat. Motzi'ino to miyado, can we extract it? We can extract it and give it to the Jew. Why? Because since the ger died, the lien that the collateral was on automatically dissolves, and therefore he can take back his collateral. Vice versa. The collateral of the ger was in the hand of a Jew. The ger died. The guy tried to grab it. This guy who grabbed the collateral acquires it, and therefore possession kind of start and if there's extra money he acquires, he has to pay the difference. So let's say the guy grabbed a $1,000 Rolex and $10,000 Rolex, and the loan was for $7,000. And the guy who saw the ger died, he grabbed the collateral as if trying to take it over, and the loan difference that he owed the Jew now belongs to the guy who found the item. Good deal. How come it works? Let his courtyard acquire it automatically, meaning if the guy's collateral is in the hand of the Jew, then his property should acquire it. A guy's property can acquire, that is knowledge. Amr we say is referring to when he's not in town, when the guy died, and therefore call if he himself is there, the by kanyale nami hatsiro. Kol hechad letter the ibai who the mcnil masay kane habai hatsiro nami clans. For the case where the guy was out of town. And therefore, if he can't physically pick it up, his property can acquire for him. If he's there and he can physically pick it up, then his property can acquire for him. So if he's out of town, he can't do it. Is the lesba hatsiro is referring to where it's not even there. The lokana. It's not even in his property. I'd say it was in a third party, it was in the bank. So therefore, he couldn't acquire it. New Mishnah. Someone dug a pit in private property and opened it to the public. Or if he in public and he opened it to private property. Or if he was in private property. If he opened it in private property and he leaned it over to second private property, chayav. You're chayav for the damages that it does. All three cases. If someone dug a pit, in his private property and he opened it to public, chayav, he's chayav for damages. That's referring to the case of bor, public to private. It's referring to the case where he dug a pit in his property and he made the property around the pit hefker, but not the pit itself. So he owns the pit, but the public has the ability and usage, ability to walk up to the pit. That's referring to the case of bor in the Torah. Regarding the bor in the Torah, referring to chayav. My time, why? Amar kra ki yiftach Pasuk says if the guy opens his pit or if he dig a pit, which means he creates a location in public where people could get hurt. If someone's chayav for something uncovering a pit that was open, so for sure it's chayav for digging in a pit. Why have to mention another case of digging according to the Torah? Ella, therefore, the Torah is teaching you regarding uncovering or digging the pit. Bam, because you created the obstacle, that's what makes you chayav. Rather, the only machlok between Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Akiva is regarding a pit in your own property. Rabbi Akiva says bor b'shuto nemayev. Rabbi Akiva holds that a bor in your own property you're chayav. The owner of the bor. The bor, the itle ba'alim ka'amar. The Torah is making you chayav even if you own the bor. You have it's your property. Rabbi Shmuel Tzavar Ba'al Takala is referring the owner of the board, the pit, does not mean you actually own the property. It could even be in Rishut Rabim, public property, but you're owner of the obstacle. What does it mean? This is the board in the Torah. Sounds like it's you're always chayav, no matter where it is. This is the first case of board the Torah mentioned, right? So Torah is saying you're chayav in all cases of obstacles, no matter what it is. But the first case in the Torah is referring to the board in Bershut Hayachid. Amen. Amen.